let's move out some space so we can put these donuts for everyone. Your Majesty, are you?
Hello, my name's Ivy, and I am one half of CASA's Vice President of Culture.
My name is Leila Kline, and I'm one half of CASA's Vice President of Culture.
The Mid-Autumn Festival is one of China's largest holidays where friends and families reunite and spend quality time together. The Mid-Autumn Show is CASA's way of celebrating and sharing Chinese culture to create a home away from home for our members. This year's theme is Secrets from the Moon Palace. Each year, the VPCs base the theme of the show off of a historical myth in Chinese culture. This year, we chose the legend of Li Longji to explain the origins of the beloved mid-autumn tradition of moon gazing. One of the most important parts of making the show happen is committee. Committee members are in charge of decorations.
How much do we have? Oh, there's a lot. Okay, we'll be fine.
Advertising, fashion show, and creating the cultural skit. Another important part of the show was the support from our officers.
Stand by.
Each of the CASA officers assisted with connecting with local businesses to secure door prizes for the show and took part in deco shifts when needed.
I did not do that.
I want to do it in here. That's going to be a lot.
Needlessly to say, it is an all-hands-on-deck experience for committee members and officers.
However you would like. Yeah, wherever you want. This is basically the QR stuff.
Running the show is a stressful yet a rewarding experience.
Do you have the passing bag?
Each week we encounter new changes and surprises. But the most meaningful part is the collaboration with everyone.
Walking, you're immediately running to help them down. Yeah.
From committee members,
Spacing in between the letters should be a little bit bigger.
officers,
10 seconds.
fashion show models, and performers.
I'm not so used to being happy.
With their help, we hope to create a memorable show.
The theme of this year's Mid-Autumn set is Eclipse. It is the astronomical event that occurs when one celestial body is temporarily obscured by passing into the shadow of another celestial body.
This was really an opportunity for us to showcase the diversity of our set while keeping those overarching themes of the moon.
And then on take, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, my name is Sandy Zheng, and I'm the choreographer for Umbrella's This Mid-Autumn show. The piece title is You Dian Tian. It means a little sweet in Mandarin, and I think that is really reflected throughout the overall vibes of the dance, but also the choreography itself. I focused on creating big group images throughout the piece, like the conveyor belt, the heart formations, but also on partner work because there are two people singing in the song. It's a very bright and cute piece, so I hope that dancers are able to dance with a beautiful smile on and just have fun with it. My creative process when it comes to any traditional piece is doing research. I watch a lot of videos regarding traditional umbrella choreography, and I get inspiration from those videos. I don't work chronologically, so whenever I listen to the song cut, I tend to visualize certain parts happening at certain times. It's a lot of experimenting and practicing with an umbrella in front of a mirror to see what moves I like and get to actually keep in the final choreography. As for challenges, I think the biggest thing was with the umbrellas themselves. Props in general are just very fragile, so it's important to emphasize preventative care and how to use them properly so that they don't break. We really wanted to focus on both the versatility/duality of the celestial bodies as well as their coexistence. I think this theme is really portrayed throughout our set, where we have our lineup that is quite literally as diverse as day and night. We have both traditional and modern pieces encompassing a variety of different styles. But even though they're all distinct from each other, they all come to shine together in our set.
Hi, Lauren. So this is when you guys are dying.
Hi, my name is Vera. I'll be choreographing to Emily May's Mania. I mainly focused on having that energy that excites the crowd, because whenever I dance, I prefer like fast-paced things that like just get my muscle memory going so I can just focus on giving a show instead of like, oh, I need to drag this out. Energy and confidence is what I aimed when I like picked the song and when I was making the choreography. The way I like to make choreography is when I listen to music, there are certain parts where I like kind of just immediately know like, oh, this is what I want to do. And from there, it is like kind of spread out throughout the song. I can like try and see like what other moves blend into the choreography I already know I want to incorporate. I sometimes have trouble having that like authority where people like want to listen, or I feel uncomfortable giving that authority even if they are willing to listen to me. So it just took me a little bit to like be firm on like teaching or correcting to make sure my piece looked good when everything was together and to make sure the dancers look their best on show day. It is my first solo piece that I'm making, so no matter how it goes in the end, I'll be just super happy that I went through this entire process, teaching my dancers, making the choreography, like just making it through show day. And I'll just be super excited to perform with my dancers who signed up for my piece.
When we create our set, we're constantly thinking about creating something new and exciting.
From choosing a theme to choosing choreographers and scheduling practices, there are a lot of logistical aspects that aren't revealed behind the scenes. I'm a little nervous about the runs on this stage. Because time is limited and there are a lot of first-time dancers who have never been on the right stage before, it's a bit difficult for them to get accustomed to it in the few times that they're on it for QDQs and runs. But we do our best to mimic the stage during Hill Week, so I'm sure that all of the dancers will do great. The choreography game is a new game that we implemented this year to get dancers a little more accustomed to choreographing. We know that choreography is scary, but we wanted to give the dancers a little taste of what that process is like. So how this game works is we randomly assign dancers a number from 1 to however many choreographers we have available to facilitate the game with us. We then give everyone a snippet of a song cut to choreograph to in a group, and everyone gets the same song, usually a couple of 8 counts. It's really cool to see how many ideas float around that are both similar and different, and to see them come to life during the showcase that is not even an hour later. This game really taps into the creative potential of our dancers, and we hope to give them a little taste of what the choreographing process is like, even if they don't have much dance experience.
Fans on! Both groups!
But as far as the set order goes, we like to consider which pieces transition the best from the one before it and after it, but also take into consideration how many dancers overlap in those pieces.
Hi, I'm Emelia or Emmy, and I choreograph Love Eater, a combination of Man Eater by Nelly Furtado and Love Talk by Wavy. Being my first choreography, Love Eater and my dancers are really special to me. With this piece, I wanted to exude confidence and power through a stark juxtaposition of feminine and masculine styles. Dance has helped me become more confident and comfortable with myself, so I wanted to create a piece that hopefully let others do the same. The biggest challenge I faced was getting over my own insecurities with teaching. I remember the first day was kind of a mess. I kept looking at Alyssa with sad eyes, asking if what I was doing was okay. As the practices progressed, I got to know everyone better, and now I have really fond memories of something I was so scared of before. I'm honestly most nervous about how I am going to perform my own piece because I'm super confident and proud of every one of my dancers, but I have to figure out how to extend it to myself. But I'm so excited to see it all come together with not just my piece, but the entire set.
My name is Deborah, and I'm the choreographer for Medium Fans. Because it is mid-autumn, I chose a song about the moon and tried to incorporate a graceful and flowy vibe. Creatively speaking, I knew I wanted to convey the essence of traditional fan dance. So I built on a lot of basic movements and took inspiration from YouTube at times. It's always a little challenging to teach a new style of dance to people, but I think it made it that much more fulfilling for me because I was able to share something I hold close to my heart and my culture with others. I'm excited to see the result of everyone's hard work and how awesome everyone looks performing.
Hell Week is honestly an amazing time, if not the best time, to make meaningful bonds and connect with fellow dancers in preparation for our show.
The name game is always the first game of Hell Week. It's an opportunity to break the ice and get to know everyone in a fun way. It's a much needed break from all the dancing we do and an opportunity for dancers to get more comfortable with each other. It really sets the tone for all the friendships and bonds you make during Hell Week.
There's a big sense of community that is present at Hell Week. We are all working hard towards our common purpose that is the show, but also we get to simultaneously have fun and create those unforgettable memories that last far beyond our time in college.
That's so funny.
The facial game focuses on the facial aspect of dancing without worrying about remembering the dance as much. To make it spicy and fun, after we mark the first full set run with the appropriate facials according to the vibe of the actual song, we DCs assign silly emotions to each of the songs in the set for the dancers to portray instead. We also encourage them to interact with one another while marking the dance and doing the silly facials so they can loosen up, making it easier for them to be comfy with out-of-the-box facials.
My name's Kiana.
And my name is Morgan, and we are your Lions choreographers for Schweika. We incorporated traditional lion movements and stances, along with modern moves and tricks to convey a lot of energy, character, and confidence.
I think the creative process for us was trying to find aspects and different dance moves from past sets that we really liked, such as Last Minute on them set, as well as just how to make the piece feel like our own. I think a few challenges we ran into is how to make our piece feel different from other line sets. Morgan and I tried to implement more blocking and formation changes with fast and slower movements, something we don't often see in line pieces. This was a little difficult to place as it was the first time for us as well as the dancers to figure out how to make these changes work and if these formation changes would be on time or not while maneuvering such a large prop.
Something that was worrisome for show day was trick timing and spacing. Because the right stage is small, it can be a little bit surprising if you've never performed on it before. But we are confident that our lines will be able to adapt and perform well.
Hi, my name is Estelle Paz. I am choreographing a modern piece, the song Right My Wrongs by Bryson Tiller.
6, 7, 8. Work.
My dance piece fits with our mid-autumn theme of the year, which is eclipse, and the general relationship of the sun and moon. Just as the two revolve around each other, I wanted to make this piece about two people who also revolve around one another, but are never able to get together, fitting into the song title of Right My Wrongs. For the creative process, it started out as me planning the story I wanted to portray to the audience. I had a whole notes app page dedicated to just various ideas, mostly on formations and big pictures I wanted to continue the story throughout the song, including parts where pairs could take spotlight through special moves. I linked to parts of the song cut with the big picture in mind until I found a set of moves that felt right. Some challenges I faced creating the piece were mostly on just personal burnout. Since I have such a specific picture in mind, it means I need specific moves, and when I'm balancing my work along with dance, it sometimes becomes really hard to get a good idea going. As for teaching the choreo, I think most of the challenge just is coming from finding out that I have very specific but odd counts for the moves. So getting it through to my dancers was a bit difficult, but they're all amazing people to work with, so it all ended up working. I'm excited because watching our dancers going through the first show, just like I did before, brings me a lot of joy. I made a lot of memories during that album, and it reignited my passion for dancing, so I'm excited to see whose passion gets ignited as well through the experience of show day. In dance practices, we are always focusing on learning/cleaning said dance, but through Hell Week, there are breaks and gaps in the schedule in which dancers across the entire set can interact with one another in trips with random people to implemented dance games. There are many opportunities to make bonds with one another and see and understand one another outside of a dance perspective.
You can't really control what happens on show days, so I tend to focus on having good experiences at practices and Hell Week instead.
Yelling.
Hi, my name is Tara. I am choreographing the piece Barbie, or like the Barbie remix, and it's kind of like, I say hip-hop, but it's not really like hip-hop, but it's just supposed to be about having fun and like dancing with your friends and just having a good time. I mean, it's Barbie.
1 and 2 and or whatever side, you're still doing the...
Usually when I choreograph, or at least when I was choreographing this piece, it's a really touch and go process. It just kind of happens as it happens. I don't really like sit down and think of everything at once. It's like maybe like before every practice or like the day before practice, I happen to think of like certain moves or concepts. For Barbie particularly, because it was like a faster rap song, I didn't really think about as many formations or blocking. It definitely was like a lot of choreo heavy like thoughts, and I was just kind of like putting moves together. Just having to make the actual choreo itself is always a challenge. I always like sit down and like think I'm gonna get it done in like one sitting, but then I end up like taking 7 hours to literally make like maybe 10-15 seconds. At the last minute I come up with something, and it seems like I work better under pressure. At the same time, I also really am excited to actually dance and like see the piece come together. And I know everyone's been working so hard, and Barbie is just like, it's really fun to watch, and it's really fun to like just be with everyone.
The Sparks game is typically the very last game we play during Hell Week. We have everyone sit in a huge circle, facing away from each other with their eyes closed. We'll call up different groups of people to stand up and go to the middle of the circle. These groups will tap on somebody's shoulder based on the prompts given to them. Examples of the prompts include tap someone you believe has good facials on stage, and tap someone who made you laugh. When a person is tapped on the shoulder, they'll have no idea who tapped them as their eyes are closed. They will only know what prompt they've been tapped for. Especially after a long week of working hard and preparing for the show, the Sparks game is one that focuses less on dancing per se, and is more so just a nice activity to anonymously show your appreciation for those around you and to make others smile.
We want our set to have something for everyone, because CASA Dance is all about welcoming each and every person who comes to dance with us.
I'm excited to see everything to come to fruition, the month-long of practices in Hell Week, everyone's hard work and dedication. There is something so fulfilling about being able to do the CASA Dance chant on stage right after we perform and live in the adrenaline and the exhilaration of completing a set. That feeling is unmatched, and I'm so excited to share it with everyone, those who are dancing for CASA Dance and even those who aren't.